Hi, my name is Matt from ClickBid, and in this tutorial I want to talk about your landing page and how to change the content on your landing page. So the first thing I'm going to do is go to Software Settings and the Landing Page Content page, and it will give me the ability to manage the content and settings. Before I dig into this, what I also want to do is go down to Event Central and then click on the landing page link. It's going to pop my landing page open in a second window. The reason I want to do this is that as I make changes to the content, the layout, the settings, I can come over to this tab and refresh it to see my progress. So I want to have both tabs open. The landing page content area is broken into several tabs. They are page settings, the login register area, and then your sections of content. Now, your landing page is broken down. The best way to describe it is in stacks, or I like to think of it as a building with floors. And each floor is an element of your landing page. So the navigation, the banner area, the welcome register area, and then 4 individual content blocks. And you can put anything you want in those content blocks. And then lastly, we have the auction preview. And that really is what builds your entire landing page. And we've even called it a virtual venue because all of the information that anybody would need about your charity's event should be on this page. Now back to landing page content. Each one of these sections is identical. It just allows you to edit one individual section at a time, and you have the same controls as each one. So by explaining one of these, I've essentially explained them all. But let's start with page settings. This is the overall elements of your landing page. You can change the font. We have a couple of very popular fonts that you can choose from. And when you make a change, you can then go back and refresh the page to see the new font. So now I have a new font. And then we have the navigation. This is at the very top of the page. It's this area right here. And you can change the background color, the font color, and then you have some options here for showing or hiding elements inside of your landing page. Do you want an auction preview? Would you like to show a ticket page link? Whether you're using our ticket page or another ticket page, you can then link out to that at your discretion, and then you can also have a donate option if you want people to donate to your charity. Then underneath that, we have the main banner area, and the main banner area is right here, and you can upload a banner background, you can upload a logo, and you can't really see it here because it's a white logo with a white background, but when you load it here, we have what's called a transparent image that sits right on top of the wallpaper. I like to think of this background as wallpaper and not something that you've had designed like a PDF or a flyer with all the information on it. I prefer to put something here like a golf course. You've got something that it can scale, it can grow and shrink depending on the size of the monitor or the display. And it's not imperative that we see specific elements like a date, time, and so on. It's really like wallpaper on a wall. It's a pattern that can be spread out over an entire section. And then your logo would go right floating into the middle of that. You do have a logo placement style. If you do want to have an image that gets uploaded with details, then you can choose to have the Use My Logo as a full-sized banner image option. My recommendation is that you toggle both of these and then refresh your page to see how it looks. Then if you do choose to use it as wallpaper like I described in this demo, then you would want to put a title, a subtitle, float a logo, maybe have a learn more button with some social media links, and all of that is controlled here with the large title, the subheader, buttons and background, what color should it be, what section should it go to, social media, do I want to have social media available in those buttons? And then down here is you have some landing page footer links. If you want to link to your specific Twitter feed or your specific Facebook or Instagram, you can put that here. And then you can also add some tracking codes if you have those available from maybe a developer. So that's really, the page settings. I recommend you make changes, jump over to this screen, hit refresh to see how it looks, and really get it dialed in. Now, the login register area is a tab that dedicates all of its focus on this area right here. Because really on the landing page, that's one of the most important elements, is being able to log in, register, and so on. And we want to be able to control that. So the things that you can control are, do we want to open the auction early, meaning do we want people to be able to put in a phone number or a bidder number and log into the system? Because right now I have my start date set to August 19th. If it's before August 19th, we are not going to see this login because we're not open yet. However, if I want to override that and open it now, which we always recommend you do maybe a week early, then you would say yes. You can choose where you want the login area to be. Is it just under the main banner? Are we going to lower it in the page? Or do we want to hide it altogether? Sometimes after the event, you may want to hide the login and make your landing page a Giving Tuesday page. So you're really promoting the donations. And so you don't need them to log in. You want them to make an online donation. And that's something that a lot of our charities like to do. The register to bid settings are all contained here. Do we want people to register now? Yes or no? In this case, I have no. But if I said yes, then I have the option to require the address, require a credit card, and allow guests to check out from their phone. So if I had set this to yes, then you would see the register to bid button on the landing page, along with the ability to require an address, require a credit card, and do we want people to check out from their phone? This area here is the content that goes below the login and the register to bid button. So you can customize that, and you can see on your landing page, it appears here underneath the welcome login to bid. And that is the login register area. So lastly, I want to show you the section A, which is similar to B, C, and D. You can give it a title. If you leave the title blank, we'll hide that section from your landing page. And then you can change a background color and a font color. You can also upload a full screen image that goes in as wallpaper, similar to the banner area. And then you have a content area. You can go ahead and drop in any kind of content you want. You can put pictures in. And most importantly, we have the ability to let you use what are called shortcodes. Shortcodes are simple little text blocks that you put into your landing page, and when the page loads, it's replaced with dynamic information specific to your event. What I mean by that is you can embed a YouTube video, you can embed a website, or put the leaderboard on the landing page, or an appeal display, or sponsor logos, and so on. Each one of these has the option to display that information wherever you decide to place it in your landing page. So let's say underneath join us for a fun day of golf, I wanted to put the leaderboard. So I would put my cursor there, and then I would choose embed leaderboard. It will give me a notice that says, please be sure to replace all caps values with appropriate data. What that means is if there's any all caps in the shortcode, you would want to replace that with something specific to your event. Maybe if you're embedding an Instagram feed, you need to put in your username, because we wouldn't know what that is. And so I put in leaderboard. And now when I save this by clicking outside of the edit box, and then I refresh my page, you can see here it's not here yet, but then when I refresh my page, it is going to drop in the leaderboard. The reason we do shortcodes is so that you don't have to know how to write a bunch of code and how to do these kind of things, and you can still benefit from getting dynamic content on your landing page. So we're able to build an entire leaderboard for your site. You don't have to know how to build it. All you have to do is just tell us where you want it by putting your cursor anywhere in the page and then choosing embed leaderboard, embed website, appeal display, and so on, and we'll go ahead and build it for you. If we scroll down, we can see here that I've used it in other places. In this case, I put in a donation. So we have an appeal set up on your account, and people are giving towards that goal, and you can put that right here and embed a thermometer. You can do all of it just by putting in a shortcode. We'll do all the rest. And then I believe down here we have a YouTube video that's embedded, so you can embed a YouTube video, and you can also embed an Instagram feed. You don't need to know how to build all this, you just need to choose that as a shortcode. And that's really all there is to it. The same rules apply for section B, C, and D. And then lastly, you can reorder those sections if you get through your landing page and you realize, oh my gosh, I need section B to come before section A. You can click on the reorder, and you can choose the current section, and you can choose what order you want them to be in. So maybe I want B to come before A, and so I do that, and then I can choose reorder, and then we'll reorder them. So that way B will truly come before A. That way you don't have to change a bunch of content around once you've added it to your sections.